Welcome everyone to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here in Henderson today, and I have an outrageous home for you. This home is gorgeous, and I have a new term for you today. It's the two-story trifecta. Typically the trifecta is single-story, three-car garage, and a pool, which is what everyone's looking for. But if you're looking for a two-story home, this is the two-story trifecta. We're going with three-car garage, a pool, and completely remodeled. This home is beautiful inside, and you don't want to miss a second. And then of course that gorgeous backyard with the pool. We're on a corner lot here at 2899 Evergold Drive, Henderson, Nevada 89074. Very low HOA, $37 a month. And this is Ione Drive. Take this out just about a block. You're gonna hit Eastern, and you have the Target shopping center right across the street there, the Lowe's next to that. Corner here, St. Rose Parkway and Eastern. And then off to the north here, we're gonna have the 215 freeway. You're about 12 minutes to the airport, depending on traffic, and about 25 minutes to Summerlin. Las Vegas Strip, maybe 20 minutes away. Yeah, beautiful corner lot. The lot size, 8,712 square feet. What a gorgeous day, and an even more gorgeous home here. Listed for only $799. Thank you to Svetlana Holder from Platinum Real Estate for letting me tour this home today, the listing agent. And yeah, wait till we get inside here. Great location in Henderson. Shopping, parks, schools, restaurants, everything you need right here for you. 8-foot front door, freshly painted, black matte hardware. Walking inside, greeted by massive 20-foot ceilings. You can see this new entry light, and then this beautiful staircase wrapping up around the wall there. And something unique I'm going to show you about this staircase when we get to that in a moment. They've repainted the railing, done a very good job on that. This little block sticking out here, I do like that as well. And then the edging going up the side of the stairway, also very well done. Just got a nice clean look to it. The arched doorways. And you have this little open area here as you walk in, so you really feel the space of this home. 3,255 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. And you're gonna have your formal living and dining room right here off to the right. Your living room is going to continue with those 20-foot ceilings. These massive front-facing windows here. A lot of natural light in this home. You also have the transom window above the door, letting in some extra daylight. Now this is a north-facing home. So you're going to have the sun moving across the home, left to right here as we look out back. Beautiful wood look flooring. This is a luxury vinyl plank or LVP. And then you're gonna have your formal dining here with the view right out into the pool. So I love that huge window there. That window does open. And we're gonna have plenty of room for the largest dining table, suitable for all of your parties. And if you have a home like this, you're gonna have people over, especially on a day like today. It's gonna be 115 degrees. Got hot a little earlier this year. I don't know what's gonna happen in August. Typically it gets even warmer, but we'll find out soon enough. AC pumping, nice and cool in here. about 76 degrees, which seems very cool when you come in from over 100. Little walk-in closet storage area under the stairs here. All new recessed lighting, all new paint. You do have the modern oversized baseboards, and then they've redone the framing on the doors as well. This home originally built in 1996. You're really getting that new home feel walking in. New outlets, I mean, they really did it all. Even a new doorbell chime there. Gonna have our family room out to the right here. We'll be back there later in the tour. And a great backyard space as well. You can see the hallways, just a little larger than normal. Brand new Wi-Fi thermostat. And we're gonna have some storage here to the left. We have kind of a linen closet here with wooden shelves. Then we're gonna have the larger storage here for whatever you need. One little thing I want to point out, it's all about details in these homes. Little doorstop here. Why is there a doorstop there? So this handle does not hit the wall. Attention to detail, that's what we like to see here. Just gives you a scope of how well they've remodeled the home. When you see little easy things that are missed, typically you want to think that maybe they skimped on a lot of things or just took shortcuts. When you see little detail like that, definitely a good sign. Also, when they change out all of the door hinges, all of the strike plates. So we have a natural wood cabinet here, shaker style, with the low profile black matte handles, undermount porcelain sink. Done very well. So this is going to be your guest bath as well as your 3/4 bath. Dual flush toilet. 3/4 bath for this bedroom downstairs. I love the oversized gray tile here. Does have a little texture to it. Rainfall shower head. And again, just super clean grout lines, super clean edging. Open concept shower, the big glass panel. I have a soft gray trim there. And then the backsplash of the soapbox, same as the floor there. Yeah, very, very well done bathroom in my opinion. Good stuff. Downstairs, you're also going to have the designated laundry room. Well, it is technically a pass-through, but you can see it's off the path here. You do have washer and dryer, LG. And then you're going to have a sink. And this is the same countertop, same cabinets we just saw in that bathroom. You are going to have the stainless oversized sink there with the gooseneck black matte faucet with the sprayer. Of course, a window for some natural light. Yeah, the HOA only $37 on this home. Annual taxes, $3,997. Also, very reasonable. Take us out to the 3-car garage. Very thick, sturdy, fire-rated door here. You can just tell when you open it. Out to the garage. Couple things I noticed right away. Beautiful painted concrete. Next best thing to epoxy would just be paint out the concrete. Just give you a nicer feel. You can clean it up a little bit. Garage door openers on both garages. So both sides, the 2-car and the single car. Plenty of room for a very large single car over here. Nothing's taking up too much space. You do have some of these panels with the insulation. So you just need a few more and you could insulate that completely, or, you know, redo the whole thing professionally and get it done right. And then we have a Tesla charger. Nice little added bonus here. If you have an electric car, it's really nice to be able to charge at home. Soft water loop, water heater in the corner. Service door going outside. What do you think of the garage? For only $799, this home is not going to last long at all. I promise you that. This location, with a pool, this quality of work, someone's going to walk in and just fall in love. And then that's a wrap. If you love a home and you walk in and you get that feeling like, oh, this is the home, but I want to see a couple more. I've seen it happen many times in my career. All of a sudden, this home's gone. You wait a few days extra to put in that offer. The home's gone, and then what are you going to do? Then you're comparing every home to the home you missed out on. Not a good place to be in. So just make the move. You have plenty of time to figure out if it truly is the right home for you. You put in the offer. Negotiate. See if you can get it for the right price. Don't hesitate to just throw an offer in on a home you're interested in. If you can't get it for the right price, then that's that. You move on, right? You get it for the right price. You have a couple days, you order the inspection. That's the first time you're actually going to pay anything into the home is the inspection. Yes, you have to send in the earnest money deposit or the EMD within 2 business days of acceptance. That money will be refunded, should be protected as long as you exit through the terms of the contract. And the first term is going to be that 10-day due diligence where you can exit the contract for any reason whatsoever. And that's where you really have 10 days to find out if it is truly the home for you. You're going to get that inspection order right away. They're going to inspect the home. You're going to get to negotiate repairs. All of these things happen in that 10-day period. You want to check out the schools. You want to check out the traffic situation on any given day. You want to smell the air in the afternoon. I mean, whatever it is, you have 10 days to figure it out. So don't hesitate on a home you love. Also, call the lender. See how much your monthly payment's going to be on this particular home at the price you got in contract for. And I can't emphasize enough how important that is. You don't want to be surprised when you've already paid for appraisal, you've already paid for inspection, and then now you find out that the payment's $3,200 a month. So find out all these things early, and that's what I help you do. I help you make sure there are no surprises or as little as possible. So I said I wanted to show you something special about these stairs. So you can see pretty standard stairs here, but then I love this kind of fan pattern. As it goes up, they get wider and wider to address the curve of the wall. I think that's a very, very cool look. Well designed, and these stairs are super sturdy, done well. Nice big front toe kick there, so they're not going to get loose. You have a little area here which you can't kind of see being how close I am, but let me turn around here and we'll look at it from this side. So you have that little ledge there for some decor, maybe a plant. And then, yeah, look at these stairs. Very cool. The curves, and then you just have this open front entry. Beautiful. Primary bedroom is going to be directly behind me. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. This one's awesome. We have a sitting area you could set up here. Maybe a little game room, a desk if you need it. You do have this landing here. And it's about 9 by 5, so there is some space here. Or you can just leave it open if you just want the space to walk around. Now this spot here, I've seen people basically turn this into shelving on this side because it's mostly open in there, I'm assuming. Not an engineer, not an architect, but I've seen that done. And then we're gonna have 3 bedrooms upstairs, that 1 bedroom downstairs, and then the primary behind me. So we'll start on the end here. First, we'll take a look at these cabinets, so same setup we saw in the bathroom with the high-end natural wood cabinets, soft close, low profile, black matte hardware, and then great simple veining on the quartz countertops. Walking all the way to the end, we have bedroom number 2. Good sized bedroom here. See if I have some dimensions for it. Yeah, I would have to look into it because this is rectangle and all the numbers don't seem to be rectangle. Guessing about 14 by 11 or so. What a long rectangular room. Triple wide closet here. See an extra large closet. The builder grade shelf and rack there. Ceiling fan. And then you have a little balcony out front here. So you can walk out here. You can put a couple little chairs out here, sit out here in the morning. I can see little glimpses of Las Vegas between the homes here. Can't really see the Las Vegas Strip, but you can see the mountains kind of all the way across the back. And your neighbors are going to be Jeep people. Kind of a cool thing. Got 2 Jeeps. So yeah, nice little front balcony here. They've painted the floor out there as well. So again, little touches of detail. So bedroom number 2 here, and then we'll head over to bedroom number 3. Of course, all new smoke detectors as well. Yeah, they really did this home right, in my opinion. 4 bathrooms in this home. But wait, Andrew, where's the 4th bathroom? Well, I'm about to show you. We have 1 bathroom across the hall here. We have the one downstairs, and clearly we have the one in the primary. Standard size closet, standard size room. I think this is one of the 13 by 12s. So bigger than today's standard on a room, but just kind of a normal bedroom here. Now, something that's interesting, I'm gonna have to look in the hallway. So the flooring, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit at an angle to the wall. So we'll have to see if it's like the primary bedroom. Somewhere had to have been like perfectly straight, I imagine, because all of these you have to cut at angles. Maybe that was by design, but I would like to see more of a 45 if that's the design, because not that it's really going to do much when you move in and get your furniture in here, but when these rooms are empty, kind of disorients you a little bit or makes you feel like the walls are not square. It's just kind of an interesting thing that I haven't really seen, and I'm trying to figure out if I like it or not. I'm going to go towards the maybe not. But again, I don't think you're going to notice once you have furniture in here. I think it's just because of the empty rooms. In the hallway, it looks okay. I didn't really notice it. When I got into the bedrooms, kind of interesting. I don't know if you can see it on camera there. So yeah, we got to find out where these things are squared up. Because yeah, I noticed it in here right away because I felt like the wall was skewed a little bit. And you can definitely see it into this bathroom here, which is the full bath for just this bedroom, really. And I'll show you why in a moment. But you do have a double sink here. Same cabinets. These are going to be dovetail soft close. Big low profile mirrors. I like that they did this, 6-inch backsplash of the quartz around the sinks there. And then into this shower tub combo. The stonework all the way around. I think it's the same stone from the shower downstairs. The difference being is that you have this big white tub, kind of lightens it up a lot. You will need a shower curtain in here. Big soap box. So yeah, same fixtures. I do like that modern look to the faucet there. And then dual flush toilet, Glacier Bay, all black hardware. Is this what I think it is? Oh yeah, check that out. No longer do you have the little plastic thing you gotta squeeze. Very easy. Toilet paper on, close it up. All right, so that's the full bath for just this bedroom. And why do I say that? Because we have a Jack and Jill here between these two bedrooms upstairs. So bedroom 3 and bedroom 4. Same setup exactly as next door here. Dovetail soft close, natural wood look, undermount porcelain, black matte. And, I thought they just put a toilet paper roll here, but it is actually a towel holder. Okay. I thought I caught him on something, but I didn't. Attention to detail. Thought I got him. Nope. Didn't get him. They got me. They tricked me. Yeah, same shower setup here. Transom window. So everything just good looking, very neutral. Do these neutral colors so you can add any color you like. You could do, I mean, literally I could name the colors, but you know what colors are out there, but all of them would work in here. Every single one. It's a little bit of a bump in the floor right here. This type of flooring is not glued down, it snaps together. So it is considered a floating floor. Little something going on right there with a soft spot and a bump. Don't think it's anything to be alarmed about, but you know, anything I notice, I want to let you know. And there's just a little something going on right there, but it's probably just the subfloor. I don't know. Does the takeaway value of the home? Not in one least bit. They can actually take these planks right out of the middle and replace them. When they do that, they do end up gluing the new one down because they can't snap it together, or at least gluing it to the ones next to it. But a good flooring guy, and I'm sure they have more of this flooring. If that's an issue, they'll pull those planks right there, put the new ones down, fix the bottom, you'll be good to go. And the inspector might catch that as well. Again, I'm not an inspector. I just tour a lot of homes and I pay close attention and try to catch every little detail. And I'm going to let you know when we're shopping what I see, what I feel, what I hear. And in fact, it's part of my duties owed to you as your realtor, your fiduciary, is any material facts that I know I have to share with you, period. Otherwise, I'm breaching my duties. It's unethical. I can't just ignore something to try to sell a house. All right, so we're into the primary now. You have these two big double doors walking into the primary. You have kind of this little nook area here, but look how big this primary is. And okay, I think I found where everything is straight, and that's coming off of the stairs here. But if you look at this, okay, so here's what happened. The last plank of the stairs is a little bit skewed. Not skewed, but just the angles like this instead of flat. And what that does is it causes everything upstairs to be just a little off. So I don't know. I might have just made one line like this and then straightened everything else out, but that's the culprit right there because of that angle of that stair. But yeah, you literally could have cut this board at an angle and then not had to cut every single edge of the wall at an angle. But again, maybe you'll like it, but that is where the culprit is, because when I walked in here, I said, nope, it's still the same way. Don't think it looks bad. Don't think it's an issue at all. It's just an interesting, again, material fact I need to point out. And look, if I point out something when we're shopping homes and it causes you not to buy the home, actually makes me happier than I would be sad. Like, I'm not going to go, oh, I ruined the deal because I told him about. No, it's not the way it works. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to call me and you move in and you go, hey, Andrew, what the heck, man? The floor is kind of at an angle. And I didn't notice. No, that's not what we're going to do here. I mean, you're going to get honesty. You're going to get me telling you really how I feel. And I'll say, nope, I don't like this house. Or yes, I do like this house. A lot of the times I'll say, you know, this room is huge. 23 by 16. That's just this main area here. And I will say, like, you know, I say this a lot, like, based on what we've seen in this price point, this house is really fantastic. Or based on what we've seen in this price point, because really price point dictates a lot of what you're going to look at. You know, based on the price point and the homes we've looked at, I don't like this home, you know, whatever it may be. Like, I'm here to be your extra set of eyes and ears, your professional, your guide. And that's what I'm going to do. And to be honest, I would rather you not buy the house because I pointed out something and decide not to move from out of state than to sell you something knowingly, like have misled you or told you or ignored something, right? That's just not what I do. I want to build relationships on trust. I want to build relationships on expertise and, you know, the fact that I've toured thousands of homes. I want to help you use that to your advantage. And I notice things that a lot of people don't. Again, I'm not an inspector, but I might see things inspectors don't see, just general things. Like, they have a very specific list and a very specific things they do and go through. So same setup here as we've seen in the other bathrooms, but just a larger form here with the dual sinks. You do have the water closet here. And so just speaking on price point quickly as well, there's a lot of inventory out there, and you may think, oh my gosh, there's so many homes. How do I choose one? I want to see 15 homes. Well, here's the thing. So when you decide on a comfortable price point, and the price point really should not be based on thousands of dollars, like, oh, I'm comfortable at $550, I'm comfortable at $600, comfortable at $1.5 million, whatever it is. The dollar amount is not as important as what the monthly payment is. So what are you going to pay monthly? Talk to the lender. Earlier in the video, I said, you know, if you get in contract on a house, make sure you contact the lender so that you can find out, you know, what your payment is on that price point, because that's what's the most important. Kind of interesting back of these doors with just kind of this particle. It's like almost like really hard cardboard. Interesting. I mean, they're ultra light, but kind of just an interesting look, because you're going to be seeing the back of these every day when you walk in here. So yeah, I mean, talk to the lender. You know, what is a $750,000 house with X amount down with this interest rate? And again, you could have 10 buyers with 10 different interest rates, 10 different down payments, and 10 different monthly payments, but you're not going to be looking at your bank account every month about to pay your mortgage going, house was $750,000. That's not what you're going to think. You're going to go, oh, my payment is $3,800. And that's what you're going to see every single month. So make sure that the payment fits. And then that turns into your price point that we're looking at. And with the price point, when you choose a location, you choose a price. You choose how many bedrooms you want, a pool or no pool. The home really just the homes on the market. Sorry, someone walked in here. I don't know who it is. But the price point, the location, what you want in the house, how many bedrooms, the size. The market gets very small very quickly. So yeah, for $750,000, yeah, there's probably, hi. Okay, so yeah, some people came in here to view the property. I told you it's going to be a hot property based on the price and the area of town and the finishes. So yeah, the marking gets very small. Sorry if I got a little distracted there. But yeah, we'll get back on track here. Anyways, market gets very small. So, you know, that 200 houses that you pulled up at 750,000, all of a sudden it's down to 25. And then you start looking through those. So, you know, my job is to really narrow down the market and find the homes that work best for you. And so, although there are tons of homes on the market, it is going to get very small. What am I trying to say? What you're looking at, there's not going to be as many options as you think. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. Anyways, into this kitchen here. Pullouts, this is going to be your pantry space, and you know me, if there's pullouts, I have no issue with it being some cabinets here. That's going to give you more space than a reach-in pantry, and pullouts are key. I don't think they'll be up top, and they're not. But again, just a little attention to detail, little extras they do into the on the construction and the remodel here. I love when the backsplash or the kick spot. Man, I've all of a sudden I can't talk. I love when the underside of this waterfall island matches the cabinets there. We have quartz countertops, same cabinets, same countertops we've seen in all of the bathrooms with this natural look. Dovetail soft close. I really like this textured vertical backsplash there, all the way around, including up to the hood. And that is a custom hood we'll look at closer in a moment. Recessed lighting is beautiful, all LED. We have Cosmo appliances here. So oversized fridge with full depth. You have the freezer drawer. And then we have the 36-inch Cosmo professional range here gas with a 36-inch oven. That's beautiful. Not only that, you're going to have the second oven here to the side, which is a standard oven. Ooh, what a pretty blue. And then your microwave oven up top. And it does have convection modes as well. So essentially 3 ovens in this kitchen, which is fantastic. And then this beautiful custom hood, the white with the modern shaker edge natural wood. Do really like this kitchen. Plenty of drawers, plenty of storage. You have the sink in the island. So you could be doing dishes, watching TV, or looking out over the pool. And then we have what I assume would be a Cosmo dishwasher. Yeah, so full Cosmo appliances here. Oversized stainless sink. Yeah, very well done. Little kitchen nook here. You could do a little table. Personally, I might not because I do like the windows looking out into the pool. But you can see this cutout, recessed area in the ceiling. What do you think of this kitchen? And I really think they did a great job with the design of the island with the shape of the kitchen. Gives you a lot of space. Doesn't seem awkward at all. I think if you tried to angle this island at all to match one of those angles, it would be funky. So I do really appreciate the way they've designed the island to match that unusual shape on the kitchen. It just works very well. So much space in there. You have 3 people cooking, moving around, no problem. No slider, you know I'm a fan of that. Just one door going out back. More big windows looking out back as well. And then look at this family room. So great room style, plenty of room for a huge sectional, L-shaped, single couch, U-shaped, and then wonderfully crafted fireplace here with these angles and the mantle sticking out. I don't think it is very large, but I don't think it sticks out too far. Personally, I would like to see a much bigger TV here. This is probably a 65-inch, and I think you need 85 for this wall. Take this TV, throw it in the primary, and then get yourself that 85-inch here. I don't know the exact size, I'm just guessing, but I think for this big, massive fireplace and mantle, you're gonna need a much bigger TV And then of course you have this linear fireplace here. Change the colors, gives off some heat. Yeah, I love that. I'd just like to see a much bigger TV there, but that's an easy fix. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone else around. I think we're alone now. I actually know we're alone now. The buyers just left. I told you, hot property, not gonna last long. So this pool into the backyard, very private backyard, tall wall. You're really not gonna see the neighbors. I can see the top of someone's head over there. Not gonna be face to face. Retaining wall, planters, so you can do fruit trees or whatever you want up here. And then you have this big concrete area. They freshly painted it. You have table, chairs, you could have a little palapa. You do get morning shade from this tree here. And then just your fence going out back. Pool equipment's gonna be on the other side of the fence. No heater on this pool. AC units up front there as well. But yeah, massive backyard. And I kind of like the tiered system. You can't really see anyone up here. It's just the top of the house. But you don't feel closed in because of the way it's tiered. Just open sky. And then a great pool. You could do laps here. Definitely a party pool. I mean, I think you put like a nice bar with like a tiki hut and some seating and then a fire pit, some couches. I mean, you're ready to go out here. I really like this backyard. You have the turf all the way around, easy maintenance. One day it's gonna be such a beautiful tall canary palm. You have the Mexican fan palm here. Wow. You know, I thought in the pictures, the pool looks smaller than it is here. You can look online again, 2899 Evergold Drive. Much bigger than I expected. It looks kind of crammed in the pictures. And a much bigger backyard in general. I mean, I think you have room for everything. You even have a little grass area or turf, synthetic turf area I'm standing on. The kids can play or dogs can run around. Pool looks super clean, really inviting for the temperature. Yeah, I'm a fan. You do have a barbecue stub here. So call me today. This is not gonna last long. If you like this home, you're watching this video right now, first hit subscribe and the little bell and then give me a call. My phone number's down there. I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas, the Guiant Luxury Group. Luxury at every level, no matter your price point. I'm gonna give you that multi-million-dollar experience. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Trying to put out more videos more often so you can just see everything that's out here. So hit that subscribe, you don't wanna miss it. And definitely give me a call. Let's talk. See you on the next one.